So would you like to tell people what you're doing now?
Yeah. So, after 9 years in banking, I still had this entrepreneurial spirit, I guess. And the last role I did before my current role was working with more mature, more sizable companies across technology and other sectors. And through that, I got to meet a lot of venture capital, private equity people, and all of a sudden started to learn about the industry and what they did and how they did their jobs. And if I take you back there, kind of my strategy, which was to try and do something in finance so that I could de-risk or learn about going to do something for myself. Private equity venture capital was the natural next step in that they get far more involved with the actual running of the company. You own a stake in the business and you're trying to support management to grow, and you typically take a board seat. So all of a sudden I'm in this perfect hybrid world where I'm actually directly involved in helping run and grow the companies. And I have an equity position in each of the companies that I get involved with. So a spread, instead of one asset that I've went and founded for myself, I've got a spread of companies that I can try and influence and grow.
That's very cool. I must have, when we met up for breakfast at Carliccio's, when it was still there, since RIP gone under, it was fascinating when you were talking about how actually you have to put your own, I was going to say cock on the block, but you have to put your own equity stake and your own effort in. So actually you've got a stake in the game, you've got skin to lose. And I was fascinated by that because I never thought that would be the case.
Yeah, so every deal, the whole investment team has to put a bit of skin in the game alongside our clients whose money we are investing. And it's meant to create alignment, and that we're trying to drive the same behavior as the management team and as our funds in growing shareholder value so that everybody involved gets the benefit. And it generally does drive that behavior in good and bad times, either trying to rescue shareholder value or trying to grow it.
So would you like to tell people about Mercia, just in generally what it is, what they do?
Yeah, so a brief introduction to Mercia. Mercia is an asset management business with circa 800 million under management.
Wow.
And that's across lots of different funds, from debt, equity, and private equity funds. And Mercia writes checks of 250,000 to 10 million for a first investment. So it's a real broad range. And Mercia calls it a complete capital model, in that we hope to be able to service and support businesses from their earliest stages to much more mature stages. And we think that's a differentiator, acting across the regions with that kind of depth of capital. I specifically work on our scale-up fund, as I describe it, or our venture capital trust, which is a venture capital fund aiming to invest 2 to 10 million in fast growth technology, life sciences, engineering, specialist manufacturing, all manner of sectors, but ambitious management teams that really want to grow the businesses.